wanted to follow up with, I think it cut me off to the point where I was saying that we don't want to have an attitude when it comes to our husbands. We don't want to have an attitude. We don't want to be always changing our face, always walking around the house looking stank, like there's just something wrong with a person Most High, that there's always something wrong. Like, again, it shouldn't be grievous for us to want to submit to our husbands in righteousness. And I'm just read over again because it cut me off. This is Sirach chapter 25 verse 16. I had rather dwell with the lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Now, what is a wicked woman? A wicked woman is somebody who's not following his law, statutes, commandments. So if you can't even do the simple commandments that the Lord told us to do, then you're a wicked woman, and that's going to show within your marriage as well. You're not going to be able to submit to your husband. You're not going to be able to listen to him when he's trying to tell you something in righteousness, and you're not going to be able to, keep the home like you're supposed to, be, shamefaced like you're supposed to. They all line up together. They all line up together. So I'm going to keep reading. Verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. And I'm gonna jump down to 23. But that's going into Slaka, this is for the sisters, of course. Sisters only, I'm talking to the sisters. And this is for when we try to have these attitudes and trying to look stank and trying to make our husbands feel a type of way. We can't be doing that. We gotta watch out for that. And we're all guilty of it, me and myself included. We gotta watch our attitudes with our kings, because we wouldn't have no attitude with the Lord. And verse 23 reads, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart, a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees. So you don't want to be a woman that's abating the courage. Like, abating the courage meaning like you just are always constantly making your husband feel low in the spirit. You're not help building him up. You're not giving him, precepts when he's feeling low. You're just not being that support system that he needs, that help me. That's you abating the courage. You make him feel less of a man. You have the power to do that, to make him feel less of a man. Because a man, you can be doing all the right things, and he'll feel mighty through the spirit. You'll help him to keep going, to keep enduring, whatever the case may be. And if you are a wicked woman and you're not doing that, then you abateth the courage. You make a heavy countenance. Man might be depressed. He's already out there working, whether it's a 9 to 5 or he's working all the time. He's trying to do everything he can, stay these law, statute, commandments, doing what he can as a man. And it's true. And you are just calling him to have a heavy countenance, making it even harder than what it is. And it's true. Making him have a wounded heart. So we got to comfort our men in distress when they're going through it. Because if not, we make them weak. Ultimately, we make them weak. And we don't want to do that. So I'm going to move on to chapter 26. Sirach chapter 26. And I'm going to start at verse 1. And it reads, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. So, if you say you're a virtuous woman, going back to that Proverbs 31 precept that I was bringing out, if you say that you're truly a Proverbs 31 woman, or you're in the making, you need to be submitting to that man in righteousness. And that man will be blessed because, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing in this truth, and adding on numbers to his days, adding the number of days to his life, man. So this is really a beautiful thing. Again, we have a lot of influence on our household, period. And I'm gonna get verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. So if you are just like a ticking time bomb, just waiting to snap, if your husband has to tread lightly with you because, she crazy, Oh, she crazy. You don't know. She gonna pop off. You're like a yolk shaking to and fro. Like you just don't know. You just never know where. You shouldn't be an unpredictable woman. You know, your man should expect you to be moving in the spirit more times than not. Because we don't want to be like a scorpion, like he's holding a scorpion, like, oh, like, is it gonna sting me, bite me, whatever scorpions do. But yeah, whatever scorpions do, you don't want to be like that. You don't want to be that woman where he's like, oh, I don't know if she's gonna snap on me for this or that. Like, your husband shouldn't be treading lightly around you. He's the man, not you. So, Lord willing, we should just keep that in mind. We don't want to be an evil wife. And I'm gonna get I'm about to get this. I'm gonna get 13 through 16. Honestly, Sirach chapter 25 and 26 are really good chapters to read when it comes to being a wife. Loving and kind, everything he needs, period. Yes, everything he needs and more. All right, so this is same chapter 26, verse 13. It reads, the grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fat his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord. There is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And I truly believe, bro, if you really are living to this precept, bro, you're living up to this precept, you're a silent and loving woman, it's no way the man's gonna be able to let you go. It's no way. He's gonna treat you good just based on how submissive you are and how obedient you are, not only to him but ultimately Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's attractive to a righteous man. So being graceful, delightful, being feminine, that's our thing. We should delight in doing that. We should feel joy in doing that and being submissive to our kings. That's what being feminine is about. So I'm gonna keep reading. This is verse 15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. It cannot be valued. So I'm gonna get 16 too, sorry. It's so good. As the sun when it riseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. So when you order your house in righteousness, you have everything in order. You make sure everything's clean. You got the kids straight. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You did what you needed to do for the day. That's how you order your house. When you order your house and your king comes home and he sees that you doing, okay, my wife done did this and that. She doing her thing. She's listening to me. That's a double grace. That is a double grace. And you doing all these things shows that, you have a continent mind and basically a mind after the Most High God. And that's a beautiful thing. Having a mind well instructed. And then verse 16 reads, as the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. I think I just read that, but it's really good. I'm reading it again. So as the sun riseth in the high heaven, that's what we're compared to when we order our house in righteousness. How beautiful is that? I know we all love to, women love the sunrises and the sunsets. If you don't, you're a liar, because it's beautiful just watching, the Lord's creation and watching the sun go up and down. That's how it is when we order our house in righteousness as a good wife. And hold on, I think I might have one more. Yeah, this is my last one and I'm gonna close out for real. This is verse 26 of chapter 26 in Sirach. It reads, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. So you will be called an ungodly woman, and we know where the ungodly are going to appear. Let's just say that. When Yahushua comes back, we know where the ungodly are going to appear. Because you were so prideful, you couldn't humble yourself down to submit to this man that the Lord has blessed you with. You're gonna have no chance in this thing. And yeah, just honor your husbands. Honor the Most High God and his commandments, what he told you to do. And I love y'all sisters so much. And I pray, Lord willing, that the Most High blesses y'all's households, blesses y'all's walk. Love to hear from y'all anytime. Hit me up, and Lord willing, I'll be here as long as the Lord allows me to. And I pray, Lord willing, that y'all have a good night. I will call you. I want to give all honor and glory and praises to the Most High God of Israel. Call Yahweh by Hashem, Hamashiach, Wamalaki, Awashai, Barakatah, Shalom.